Lee and Michael Spencer. They're out along Pearl Street where preparations are underway for tomorrow's big game. Hey, Michael and Karen.
Well, hey, Michaela. First at 4, we are live here. The wait is almost over. The Pearl Street Stampede going to take over downtown Boulder in just a few hours as we count down to kickoff for the first home game in the Coach Prime era coming up tomorrow. Of course, it's a big one at Folsom Field.
Yeah, I know. We're so excited to be here. Thanks so much for being with us. It's quiet right now, Michael. I know, right?
It's like the calm before the storm, right?
Totally. The CU-Nebraska rivalry is renewed. We are live from Pearl Street, team with special team coverage here, of course, coming up for you. We are all over the map for you today. Your reporter, Jasmine Arenas, is live on campus.
But first, let's get things over to Karen Morfitt, who is joining us live outside of a Pearl Street staple that is sure to make you hungry. Karen, we're out here having a great time, and what better place to be than Pasta J's tonight?
Absolutely, Michael. If you're coming to Boulder for a game, for anything really, Pasta J's is a place that you want to put on your list for dinner. Not only is the food amazing, I may have gotten a little taste myself, but the owner is a CU fan. He's more than that. He's a dedicated supporter, win or lose.
There's a lot of things that are uniquely Boulder, but few more than the Italian restaurant that's called Pearl Street, home for more than 30 years. Pasta J's.
It was magic.
That's how Jay Iloweski knew in 1988 as a new restaurant owner that Boulder was home.
And a little 1,400 square foot house, and we were just cranking that out all the time. But I think it was, God's blessing.
It didn't hurt that CU's football team was having a winning season, boosting business. So much that Jay sent a thank you letter to the university the next year, offering to feed the team in appreciation.
We charged them $1. Next week, they called us back and said, hey, will you feed us again? Next week, they called back and said, hey, will you feed us again? Next week, they called us back. And that kept going on and on.
It would lead to years of running the university's training table, feeding student athletes, and his own connection to the university and the football team.
I took it down to the restaurant, I put it up at the restaurant. And a half an hour later, I get a call from Darian Hagan, and he goes, you took the trophy. And there's a couple up there, but he says, you took, one of the national championship trophies. I said, yes, it's sitting here at the bar, and Rick George is coming in for dinner tonight. And if he wants it, he can take it back. And that was 7-8 years ago.
Of course, not all of the years have been golden for the team or the restaurant.
It's both a commitment. I mean, if you're into the coaching industry, you're committed. You're working all the time. If you're in the restaurant industry, there's no days off. Yeah, and so I see that. I appreciate that.
Through it all, his support never wavered. And today, he sees a new energy around the team.
We're going to win games. We're going to win games. I know that.
While no longer officially feeding the team, he still supports them, opening his doors for team dinners, events, and big games, like Nebraska's return to Folsom Field, where he estimates he'll feed roughly 1,100 students after the Stampede.
Yeah, this is what we do it all out of here.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe a little bit bigger for 1,100 people.
Yeah, and this is the whole thing.
A feat that can only be accomplished, he says, with the help of the staff he calls family.
How long have you been here, Manuel?
20 years.
20 years he's been working here. And he's the kitchen manager.
And the staff that is his family.
This is my son, Jay Wyatt Alusky.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, so you're in the kitchen as well now.
Yeah.
But you didn't start here.
No, I started bussing tables originally, and then from there I went to the dish pit, started washing dishes.
While it is a lot of work, you'll never hear a complaint from Pasta J.
Right.
Already a favorite.
Because bringing people together over a good meal is what he does best.
Now, guys, we can actually smell that delicious food from where we're at right now, just outside of Pasta J's. He also has a very good connection to the Stampede, and we're going to tell you about how he helped get it started coming up on CBS News Colorado at 6.
He is just incredible. And the belief that some of his workers, his kitchen leader in there, 20 years with him, that's incredible.
That's really cool. It
His
says a
lead
lot
chef.
about that organization.
I know. And the food looks fantastic.
Yes,
Karen.
it does. Karen, save some for us tonight, would you?
Thanks for the introduction. So.